This is pretty darn cool. I'm going to show you my number. What are you, nuts?
Yep,
Hey,
you're gonna
there's
be
some
fraud
cool,
here.
cool cars here. Checking out this RX-7. It's supposed to have 4,200
miles.
like that. It's got a little ding in it. There is such a cool variety of cars here. It's unbelievable. There's a little gem in New England that I didn't realize we had, and this is just fantastic. You got this cool little Scoopy-mobile Ford done on a Southern chassis. That's cool stuff. When was the last time you saw something like this? Got a big plethora. There's probably about 500 cars here, 400 cars. A nice anniversary edition, 6-speed, 40th anniversary, 1993 car. Beautiful. We got 3 of these here today. We're going to see how they go. We're going to show you a couple C4s. I'm kind of into C4s. But this one here is pretty clean. That is pretty nice. Nice interior. FX3. Very cool. 6-speed. I'm correct. It does not have FX3. I apologize. 6-speed, going car. Anniversary Ruby car. We got a budget-minded C4 here. Seen better days. It's just cool. It's a, get into the hobby kind of car. Has an LT1 in it. It needs some work. It's kind of neat. See what it goes for. It's going to be neat to see how it goes over the long.
Yep, there's a car for everyone here.
Yeah. Love the C4.
Not one you see every day.
LE 350. It was a economy muscle car. Has the look of the 4.2. Only 2,367 of these made. Only one car. Beautiful car. Again, this auction is pretty darn cool. One of my favorite body styles, 1967. This right here is an RT 440. RTs back then had the 440 in them. This is a beautiful car.
We're approaching our pick of the day here. Wins the title for the quirkiness.
1970 Puma GT. Got the looks of a Dino Ferrari smashed into a
Porsche
911, a little bit of Mercedes-Benz. Believe it or not, this is a production car on a Volkswagen chassis built in Brazil. We go on the auction block. It's already past our budget on the pre-bidding. We just thought it was kind of really a cool little car.
Very high
Fit and
quality.
finish is beautiful on this car. Beautiful.
All real glass. Door cards. Custom dash.
Beautiful chassis.
Beautiful wheels.
Yep. Even got rain gutters.
Yep.
So the rain doesn't fall on you. Really low to the ground. Just a really cool car. I mean, if I didn't tell you it had a Volkswagen chassis, you'd think it'd be some sort of a early 70s exotic. I wouldn't mind having this. It's just a little pricey.
We even got some projects here. This needs some finishing up. It's a 59 VW Beetle. And what do you call this top?
That is a canvas rollback top.
Yep. All factory, not aftermarket. All original. I mean, I can't find one patch panel on this entire car. No dents. All the edges really clean. Even behind our step sides. It's definitely been sitting outside unfinished for a while, so there's a couple little surface spots on it. Underneath the door, no Bondo at all on it. Right here, all solid metal. Usually really rotted out there. Has all the big hubs, because this is a very early car. And we got what I assume to be a 1200. I'm not sure really how to tell the engines, but I know they were pretty low displacement in the earlier years. It's a light car though. It'll get you down the road just fine.
Okay, underneath here, it's all been jammed, as I said before.
Imagine that, no rust in that spot.
It's all been jammed. It really looks sharp. Needs a new gas tank. Gas tank's, weeping. We know that. We would have changed that anyway, to be honest. I wouldn't mess around with an old gas.
They sell everything you need for these cars, and it's funny to see a bunch of $70,000-$80,000 cars here, and we are lured to this thing because this thing is cool.
Well, this right here is what we're all about, is the quirky stuff.
Yep, we are definitely into the quirky.
I've had enough of 69 Camaros.
If you are a 69 Camaro fan and looking for 69 Camaro content, this is not the channel for you.
Here's an English Ford Capri. Way back when we used to have the Mercury Capri. Got a different engine, different this, different 1976. But honestly, Joe, you know so much more about these. Let me know what's going on.
All right, so this isn't your Mercury Capri on a Fox body chassis. This is not a Mustang in any way, and it's not a Pinto or a Bobcat. This is straight from Britain. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the Top Gear episode where these are very sentimental in this company because back when Britain in the 1960s, they had a lot of socialism going on, and there was not a lot of joy in a lot of people's lives. And people really enjoyed these cars because they're really the Britain's pony car. This was their Mustang in a way. They had plenty of trim levels with plenty of drivetrains. This one has a 2.8, which I assume is an Essex V6, which is the earlier one before the Cologne. And I do believe these are built in Belgium. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But we have a 5-speed gearbox in here. Interior is mint. Body's really straight. No rot. And it's probably the coolest color combo you could ask for. Black and gold on the outside and black and gold on the inside.
I'll tell you, Joe, I'm looking at how straight this car is for a black car, an old car. This thing is nice. I don't see any rust at all.
Nope.
This is pretty
good with this one, but I think this one's going to be far over our budget in the end.
We can still admire. Pop the lid, we'll see what it looks like.
Got it. It's made for small British fingers. Yep. Very
nice
tight in
V6.
here.
That is cool. It's signed by somebody.
Let me know in the comments. Who is that?
Number 19.
But
This
they
thing
use
is
these.
clean.
They use these a lot in the TVRs and the race cars. The smaller MGs and such
Usually
for
this is
performance
all rotted
models.
out.
Yep.
This is beautiful. This ain't no New England car.
Nope. This is a London car, I'm sure.
Yes, sure.
Great to see this. This is the first one I've seen in person.
They got the competition front bumper. That is neat. I have a feeling when they really start racing, they open up that front piece.
Oh, I definitely do. Look at that. Almost has an early Celica look to the back. Not our original drivetrain in this Jaguar, which is definitely a positive here. Small block 350, has a 700 R4 transmission, so you have the overdrive. Really clean car.
No more of that fiddly stuff from England with their vacuum hoses everywhere and all that. This is actually a nice little driver. I mean, the weak link, unfortunately, was the V12. It was a beautiful motor. It just took a lot of
V12 or the straight 6 in this case. I'm not sure what this would have had originally.
You could drive this thing forever now. You go to California in it.
Yep.
It looks like the air conditioning
has
works.
air conditioning hooked up. That looks recent. So this car is fully loaded, and this could be a great deal.
Interior is beautiful.
Interior, couple little rips, but this is a driver. I mean, this is not a show car. The Jaguar Concourse would not be happy with you with that drivetrain, but you know what? This car will be outlasting all those other Concourse cars. It's white, but it's really not hiding anything because this thing is laser straight. Always a worry when they put these on. I'm sure this one's fine because I feel the lip behind it feels good, but a lot of people hide bubbling rust and things like that, which are common on these.
Now usually it's a six-cylinder or V12, but they went all the way. V8 Chevrolet.
There we go.
You would have to see that. That is just a sweet little piece there.
They're wearing that badge with pride. You're itching to ask me a question. What's the question?
Joe, if you were driving this, I'd have to ask you, do you have any Grey Poupon on?
I don't know.
This car retailed in 1996 for $136,000.
Yep, without inflation adjustment.
Powerhouse. These things are fast, you know.
They are a heavy car though.
Yeah.
I think this still has
It's
the old school.
You know what they're saying with the Brooklyns, right? That was the famous racetrack that Bentley in the 1920s dominated with their superchargers.
Yep. Now defunct, unfortunately.
But that is a very cool name for a car, Brooklyns.
Yep.
Giant V8. Unfortunately, we don't have the keys, and it's electric.
Yep. They don't want you touching this car, and that's
But
it's a high quality car, or parts may fall off it. Who knows? But anyways, this has still the old school 6.75 liter V8 in it. It's still your old school Bentley, which is nice. This is really before BMW bought it and changed it a bit. I don't think they've destroyed the brand because they're still around. This was definitely becoming a dated car at this year, but still the craftsmanship is impeccable. There's no seam there. It's all one solid piece. Well, this I actually offered some money on, and my dad has little interest in these, so he walked off looking at a Cuda or something. Whatever. What I really like about this car is yesterday at the preview, the hood was open and the air cleaner was off. So that means probably a fuel issue. And that means bidders who saw this probably think it's blown up. Or, being a 380, may have skipped time. Personally, I put my max bid at $1,000. We'll see if I get this thing. Even if it is blown up, this car is spotless. It's immaculate. This is all the real leather. This isn't the MB Tex in this, so it's usually cooked to nothing. But this is in great shape. The wood's beautiful. It's at 120K, which is not horrible, even for this engine. I know this is not the favorable engine in these, but one thing I really like about this car, number one, the wheels are really nice. Number two, there's no rust at all on this entire car. This is so rare. So I think this is totally worth the risk. We'll see what happens. It's getting heated, guys. As Ray from Trailer Park Boys says, sometimes that's just the way she goes.
That's the key. That's the key to going to an auction. You got to know when to say when. That was too much money. I really wanted to get it for $200. I was almost going to do $275, but I just can't do it. You got to know when to stop.
Yep. We're talking about that canopy up there. Oh well, that's the one to have.
That's the cockroach mobile right there. You wouldn't have to worry about getting pulled over. That's full armored. Got the super duper radio, super duper wheels, super duper. Alright, here we are at the auction. It is hot and sticky and it is lunchtime. I got Tracy here. She's gonna do
You look good, by the way.
Awesome. We're at Joe's Treats. I'm having a big meatball sub with the super tots or whatever they are.
I'm having a steak and cheese with cheese.
Nice cold water. Free beer later on.
Oh, hello.
I'm gonna poke in and say hello to, what's her name again?
Linda.
Linda, say hello. Linda, if you have any YouTube channel, just gonna say hello to you real quick if you don't mind. Give you a little shout out also. Food looks awesome.
Oh, thank you.
We're doing a YouTube channel on this auction.
Oh, nice.
This is
Yes.
LMG Garage.
Yep.
And we're having a blast. And we'll make sure you get something. And
There we go. Your logo's in it. Don't worry.
make sure you stop by if you're out here today. We got our son. We got our
Where are you guys out of?
We're actually from Avon, but I work in
Okay.
Awesome. So,
There we go. You're in the Avon area.
and what temperature is it about right now? 90?
90, 92,
97 in here.
97 in there.
Awesome.
You're probably 70 over there with the water.
Bless you.
Crazy.
There's an offshore breeze coming at me. Yeah.
Great, that is
Maybe
nice.
you give us a cheer or something for
Woo!
your...
Joe's Eats and Treats. It's just get your hot mess tots right here. Woo-hoo!
You don't pay her enough.
I don't pay her at all, you're right.
All right. Mine's gone. This is the kind of the starter off Corvette C4. Needs a lot of, needs some minor restoration. They have it at $15,000 right now. I do believe that's a misprint. We're at $4,300. That's strong money for this car. It is a convertible. It is an LT1. It's not a bad car. It just needs a lot of, it just needs to be put back together.
That's a lot of money for that car.
Hey Joe, this is the 1993 40th anniversary, same as the other, except this right here happens to be a 6-speed. Let's see what the price difference is on a manual as opposed to a automatic.
The other went for, I believe, 20 grand. 21 grand or 20 grand? 21 grand.
So strong money, we're 12 so far, 15.
And this is also a really, really nice car.
Really clean car, low miles, 30,000-ish.
He wants this one really badly.
I really like this truck. I'm not going to buy it. I think I'm a cool Dodge, but the 58, 59, 60.
The 59.
Ford, I really like it.
351 Cleveland in it with an auto. He's gonna bid on it. He's gonna do it.
That's going cheap.
Look at his arm. It's starting to jiggle. It's starting to jiggle around. That's really short. All right, it jumped a little bit.
Oh, there it went. 12 grand. Oh well.
Sounds good.
You know, Joe, someday I'd like to work at an auction just to drive the cars. They look like they're having a blast. Okay, hey, this right here's a 64 Super Sport. I had a 65. I'll tell you, I like the 64 and 65 because I can never afford the 67 and 66 and 67. Right now, the 64 and 65s are going better. Don't forget, this is about lifetime experiences when you're young. You know, you get to my age, you start wanting to relive your youth a little bit. You start thinking about the cars that you always wanted or that you once you had. And that's one of them. Sometimes you gotta pay attention to the auction cars.
Guys, they're having some trouble with this. Running about 6 cylinders. Poor Corvette.
Hey, well, we got a little green, so $42,000, 42. North Country out. You're going to get 22. Price 10. Hit 21. You're going to get 10. So
21,000. It was a short mile car too. Awesome.
I'm talking about a beautiful color combination. Arizona truck.
This is one of those cases where if you're looking to sell this truck for the most amount of money, really be careful with your color choices. Imagine this truck.
That would be Shrek's car.
Shrek 2? There we go. Shrek 2.0.
Look, it's a pretty straight car.
Imagine it turquoise, and instead of the black bumpers, we did like a vanilla gloss white and just throw steel wheels on that. We would be looking at 20, 25,000 right now. Sold for 13 grand. A lot of money left on the table there. But someone got a good deal, and I'm sure they are not going to retain that color. I know I wouldn't. Guys, this is my favorite classic American of the day. Love that. Now that's a lineup right there.
Next bid, Byers boy, to get down 130. And now 38, to get down 9, to get all in. On that nice call. 38, 9, 40. 39, 40. 39, to get 40. Matching numbers. You get down 19 numbers. You get down 40. 40 grand, you get down 39.
We're losing steam here.
There we go, man.
I went.
Both these cars came out of a friend of mine's uncle's collection. Can't say too much about the family. The uncle was a real good friend of mine, and his nephew really wants that blue one.
They're an 80. That's what these cars fold up. What do you think of when you think of Mopar?
That TA sounds nice, doesn't it?
Yeah. My dad may be a C4 guy, but I am a C2 guy. I just can't pay the money they demand these days. What a beautiful car.
Take a look at the Nassau blue paint, bright blue vinyl interior, beautiful example of a 66
I can't
Chevy Corvette.
decide whether I'm a Challenger guy or a Cuda guy. I really like them both. I think they complement each other very well.
50, 90, 60, 60, 70,
Short money on that car.
Yep. It's a 66 too. There is a split window around. I'm not sure if that's today or tomorrow.
all original body panels on the Cuda. Bucket seat, shaker hood, posi rear, extremely clean car inside and out with dual exhaust steers. The Plymouth Cuda.
Not gonna sell, guy. There's no money in the room on that.
I can only hope Whistling Diesel buys this truck. Just put this thing to rest. Well, we're done for the day. It's too hot. My dad's getting a little dehydrated, so we've seen all the cars we're interested in. I have a couple bids in cars tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I won't be able to go tomorrow, but hopefully I get some sort of call here. But really action, and it's a great replacement for Barrett Jackson, which is no longer in our area out of Connecticut. Again, really happy this place is here. Really good money going for some of the cars. There still are some deals too. So I think we certainly have a future of sending some things here. And we will certainly be back. Well, a little bit of disappointment that I'm outbid on the Mercedes, so I don't know what I did, but I'm in this thing for $450 if this bid goes through. It's going up tomorrow. I think she'd make a great rally car, to be honest. This thing's pretty sick. Look what the cat dragged in.
Hey buddy, had the AC on? I don't know about you, I'm not hot anymore. You know what's funny? My coffee from this morning is still hot.
Still hot. It's still boiling.
Hey, I like that Buick. You got that proxy bid in. You got a proxy bid on 2 of them. We'll see what happens.
Well, outbid on the VW and outbid on the Mercedes, but I almost suspect the Mercedes to kick back because I don't think that guy knows that car doesn't run.
We'll throw another something.
Yep.